What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review the night after SummerSlam. A lot of big things happened on the show tonight, kicking it off with John Cena as he came out talking about he wrestled a hell of a match with Daniel Bryan last night, and pretty much about his arm, which literally looks like a giant softball, and he also had a black eye out there. And he's going to need that surgery. He held off on the surgery because he didn't want to cancel the WWE title match at SummerSlam last night. And he put on a hell of a match until he heard about the whole Triple H thing and Orton cashing in and was pissed at it. And pretty much John Cena said he would be out for the next 4 to 6 months. So we'll probably see John Cena probably near the end of the year or at the Royal Rumble, since he's going to need some type of triceptal surgery on his arm, which I have to say looks fucking horrible. And I'm surprised he wrestled that match, even though it was almost one-sided. So he had a bad arm out there, and he's going to be gone for a while. And he pretty much came out, brought out Daniel Bryan, was congratulating him, shook his hand, and left out saying he was the true champion until Stephanie McMahon came out, talking about she was sorry for what happened, but it was for business. Everything was for business and everything, and pretty much he says you're a great wrestler and stuff, because you're not being A, you're solid B, you're solid B plus. And pretty much Daniel Bryan talked on Triple H how he was just a corporate person now, how he used to be everything till it's like lying down with when you lie down with trance, the sooner or later you start to stink, and everybody just kind of took a shot at Stephanie right there, and pretty much said you're upset, and you're just you're the ultimate underdog around here, but not everybody can be championship material. And Daniel Bryan was pissed, says I can quit right now. I'm not afraid if I can go back to wrestling armories and tell him my t-shirt somewhere else. And he wanted Triple H out there. And then pretty much Daniel Bryan kind of got pissed and knocked the mic out of Stephanie's hand, and Stephanie had brought out security to get rid of Daniel Bryan and take him up out of there. I gotta say, John Cena, though, being out for the next 4 to 6 months, let the fans miss him for a while. You see they boo him all the time. Let him miss him for a while, and maybe he'll be back at the end of the year, or he'll be back at the Royal Rumble. Give him some time off, I guess, right now. But you gotta respect him, even though he wrestled that match with that hurt arm like that giant baseball-sized elbow arm. Cody Rhodes went against Damien Sandow. I almost kind of forgot Cody Rhodes' mustache was gone. Cody pretty much picked up the win over Sandow at a roll-up. It's an alright match. So, yeah, it's kind of weird that he doesn't have his mustache and people don't chant Cody's mustache. It's kind of a gimmick almost, but they got rid of it. He got rid of it. Brad Maddox talked about what's going to happen tonight. He talked about how Dolph Ziggler was saying things on Twitter, so to express his opinion, he would go in a 3-on-1 match against The Shield. Paul Heyman came out talking about it was time to end this family feud between him and Punk, that we can rule it again, and he pretty much had Brian, he was like a fodder to CM Punk, and talk about how Brock Lesnar had to beat some sense in him last night. We can get the WWE champion again. We can become the best in the world. But he wants an apology from CM Punk tonight, which I gotta say, great promo from Paul Heyman. So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but great Paul Heyman promo. The Funkadactyls went against AJ and Layla after the Bellas were talking about the show and everything. Funkadactyls beat Layla and AJ roll up. Shield went against Dolph Ziggler, which I gotta say was one crazy match. Ziggler was going in on him, but wow, it was crazy. Seth Rollins kind of hurt his leg out there. Pretty much Ziggler's about to go in on Roman Reigns, but he speared Dolph Ziggler in midair, taking him on the ground, man. So it was a kind of a great, good match right there. But the Shield still won that 3-on-1 fact. They even hit the power bomb right after. Del Rio went against Sin Cara. Sin Cara, injury prone, I would say. Hurt his wrist and at the end of the match, and Del Rio pretty much got on the mic saying he was a great champion, no one could beat him. Even though Del Rio's got that black eye after getting that bar fight with Drew McIntyre the other night. Or his black eye, until Ricardo Rodriguez came out. Pretty much kind of promo talking about he was done with Del Rio, and He's brought out somebody he knew he's going to represent, and he brought out Rob Van Dam, so RVD came out and pretty much fought Del Rio. So I think RVD is now the next contender for the World Heavyweight Championship now, for RVD going against him. Jeff Coulter came out talking about what's wrong with WWE today, how there's a lot of news lately, but they're not addressing Antonio Cesaro and Jack Swagger, what they're doing. And they pretty much went against the primetime players, which I could say they're now a face team, and they beat Cesaro and Swagger, and they didn't really mention the whole Darren Young. And let me just say one thing about this whole Darren Young gate thing. Like, I don't really care about it, even though I thought it was fake at first, because I didn't really believe it. And then when I saw the TMZ video, it was kind of fake, because he looked like it was a setup. It looked like a setup. Why would they ask about gay wrestlers, and then he just blurts that out? Come on, let's think about that for a second here, people. Who just does that? I looked like it was a setup. And WWE, I guess, didn't really want to mention it. It's been on the website. I guess they didn't want to mention it in the ring, and I don't really care what they say. And then they make it all special for Daniel Bryan being a WWE 2K14 video game. Listen, the primetime players would have made the game anyway, sooner or later, even before this whole Darren Young gay thing. I'm not really gonna look at it different. I'm just gonna look at the primetime players, millions of dollars thing. Like, the gay thing is just, they're making too big of a deal and interviewing like people like Cena and Triple H about it. It's just, yeah. The Big Show was in the back talking about him and Mark Henry were going to become a tag team to beat the Shield for the tag team titles. And then Brad Maddox came up saying, you're going to fight the Shield tonight, except all the Shield members will be in the ring. Pretty much the Big Show went against the Shield, which Big Show really hurt the Shield, especially doing that spear on Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins' leg and hurting Dean Ambrose, which the Shield barely walked out alive and beat the Big Show with a power bomb, beating Big Show tonight. So they barely walked out alive, still hurt fighting Big Show, and the Shield just, yeah, they barely walked out alive. Foot Locker commercial, Zack Ryder and Gabriel Fandango dancing, which I thought was a referee, but it was a Foot Locker guy. Oh god, but this Bully Ray thing, or Bully Ryback. Okay, now he's in the back messing with, what, indie wrestlers, throwing it back. Pick up the bag, go get it. Throw it down, get in the shower. Turning on the water, which I gotta say was creepy as ever. It was on some homo type of shit right there. With the Ryback, or Bully Ray, going on the indie, telling him to turn on the water, and I thought it just got weird. Like, okay, like, it's getting freaking weird now. How long is Bully Ray gonna keep beating up catering guys and probably indie wrestlers and just guys in the back throwing them around? Listen, I can see Bully Ray in TNA if I want to, but I'm tired of this whole Bully Ray thing around here now, which almost like the Heidenreich thing was off on Cold. It's just like about the rape to do with something. It just got weird. It just looked strange, and it got weird. Punk came out, was gonna talk about the whole Paul Heyman thing, until some fan was booing. He said, "Sir, you can boo what you like," but he's very pissed off right now. He said, "You got the balls to do that again? Let's see you try." He pretty much was calling out a fan for booing, talking about him. And he said, be a man or be a bitch. Like, you can be a man, get in the ring, or be a bitch and sit down. And pretty much owning that fan right there, saying he wants the WWE title again. He wants it, but if he has to work with Paul Heyman to get it, he'll do it. And pretty much Curtis Axel came out there with him. Paul Heyman said, "I'm not that fat guy in the crowd." And he told Curtis Axel to tape up his fist, get ready to fight CM Punk, and they pretty much beat the crap out of each other out there. Pretty much Punk GTS and them hitting his face on the steel steps with Paul Heyman looking. It wasn't really a match, it was just Punk beating up Curtis Axel. It was a brawl they had out there, so I want to see what's going to happen next. It's probably going to be another match between CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, or maybe Curtis Axel, to see if they can get to Paul Heyman almost. Other thing, it was just an intense thing, I guess, for CM Punk. But he owned the shit out of that fan, which I gotta say, which was funny. He made that fan look like an idiot. Pretty much sit down and shut up. Which I gotta say was really awesome. Bray Wyatt went against R-Truth. Bray Wyatt won. I don't know what's gonna happen with Kane yet. They probably brainwashed him or something. The Usos went against Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal. Usos won, which is a good tag team match. That pretty much, I kind of like how that tag deal with the Usos, with one Uso jumping out the ring. That was kind of crazy right there. Sorry about that. Pretty much doing that, jumping out of the ring, and pretty much the Usos picking up the win. So good for them. The Miz went against Wade Barrett. Nobody didn't really win, even though the Miz was about to win the figure four. Fandango came in and leg dropped him. Triple H pretty much had all the whole roster. The McMahon family was out there, and the Shield was pretty much like the head of security. Pretty much Triple H got on the mic and he talked about he didn't want to do what he had to do, but he had to do it for business and everything. He liked Daniel Bryan, but he said, you want to talk and make it a personal problem. What about Triple H's personal problems, he says. What about him? He's trying to make what he can for this company and do good for business. Like, nobody didn't want him as champion, he says. He tried to pretty much talk about he was doing what was best for the universe. They wanted better, not good, but he wanted better. And he said he turned a coal into a diamond. And he didn't want to work with this guy either, but he brought out Randy Orton, the new WWE champion, to nobody had to touch him and everything. Well, not touch him, but just having Orton came out, and Orton pretty much came in, shook the hands, and hugged Stephanie McMahon, and pretty much he told you so. And he's not all for thank yous, but he thanked Triple H for everything he did for him to come to WWE champion again. And then when Triple H said Daniel Bryan was in the building, he pretty much told Bryan to come on. He told everybody to say yes and told nobody not to touch Daniel Bryan. And pretty much hit his music. Daniel Bryan came from the side, coming to the ring. He told the Shield to move. The Shield then pretty much jumped Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan had the Shield going and taking him out. He was headed to the ring, to Roman Reigns speared him then, and pretty much Daniel got in the ring because Triple H didn't want the Shield to power bomb Daniel Bryan. He got in the ring trying to go to Triple H, and Orton pretty much RKO'd him as they stood over him as the new corporation, I would say. Orton and then the McMahons and Triple H and the Shield beating the crap out of Bryan tonight. So it was a lot of things for this show. I don't see why they're going to be using the Shield so many times throughout the night, but it was crazy. And that's John Cena being out. It's kind of good for right now. It's got Daniel Bryan to kind of take the spot right now. Then it's Orton being the WWE champion right now, and I guess a heel finally, and Triple H and them are just standing around. Yeah, pretty much trying to take, I guess, they run this place, so Triple H pretty much did what it was for business, he says. So, I gotta say, it's a lot of things that happen on the show tonight, especially not SummerSlam, and I just want to say, go also check out that symposium for the WWE 2K14 with that Jim Ross conduct. It's really funny, so I'll show you Ric Flair's part. Check that out. But I gotta say, it was a good show tonight, even SummerSlam from last night. So once again, it's me, the HHH, coming with the news and reviews. I am, you know what I do. I came and I saw it. We're just done this review of Monday Night Raw. So I'm out of here. Peace. Peace, and yeah, keep comment, subscribe, and check it out. I'm out of here, and check out the live reactions and review for SummerSlam. I'm out of here. Peace.